Today on Driven by Purpose, we're joined by a powerhouse in the world of marketing and personal branding, purpose-led storytelling, Suhana Siddika. She's an Indian marketer with global experience. Suhana has helped brands go beyond the noise, crafting narratives which are founder-led that connect and convert with real impact. She's not just a strategist, she's a mentor, a speaker, and a young woman who believes that marketing is most powerful when it's honest, human, and founder-led. In today's conversation with Suhana, we'll explore her journey, her mindset, and how she's using her young voice to lead with purpose. One story and one personal brand at a time. Thank you so much, Suhana, for coming. And I'm hoping this will be a good chat. We both are marketeers in our own ways. So I'd love to learn some things from you. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the chat. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much for having me here. It's truly an honor to be having a chat with you. And I'm so excited for this.
Great. So shall we get started?
Yes.
Awesome. So Suhana, take us back to the beginning. Let's start from where it all started for you. What sparked your love for marketing, storytelling, and how has that evolved over the years?
Mm-hmm. So over the years, what I have gone into is like when I was in school, I remember my 10th exams and I came and spoke to my father that what next? And he's like, of course, you'll have to go for science. And then I'm a doctor. You'll obviously have to become a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I silent down, and then I thought, okay, let's do it because it's my father and I always look up to him a lot. So I did my 12th and 11th in science, but I always loved writing. My school teachers were very encouraging. He used to tell me, you'll be a good writer someday, Suhana. So that was in the back of the mind, but eventually I moved into clinical nutrition. I was doing my master's, and that's when the lockdown happened. Okay. And during lockdown, I stumbled upon a video on YouTube where it was talking that 10 ways how you can make money online and during the pandemic. And one of the skill was like writing. So marketing did not really come instantly to me. It was more of a writing journey that started it. And that's how I started on LinkedIn. I started on Instagram. And eventually, if you want to make more impact with writing, you will have to move into copywriting and then marketing. Yeah. So that's how it happened.
Okay, interesting. And where are you now with content?
So now I think I'm at a place where I'm able to make a lot of impact through my writing, and also, so it's very fun with the founders and coaches that I work with. Everyone has their own way of speaking, have their own tonality, and someone is more quirky, someone is more humorous. So they have their own way of style, and being able to tap into that and then finding it, it's a day-to-day challenge, which I really enjoy doing it.
And if you were to tell us what one or two unique strengths and perspectives you bring to the table as someone who's supporting very, very busy professionals, CEOs, and C-level executives in building their own personal brand, what would those strengths be?
So most of the people that I speak to, they tell me there's a true disconnect they find when it comes to working with anyone for ghostwriting or personal branding per se. Yeah. So they tell me either I'm not happy with the content, like I don't want to be an influencer when I am just a founder and building my own brand. And the other thing that they talk about a lot is the content. Like this is not me. I feel the content that the writers give me is just not me, just AI generated, or it doesn't reflect my tone, as I said before. So for me, it's very easy. For my team, we have a very detailed and structured questionnaire where we understand and tap into your voice. How do you speak? We record the meetings. So that is a very important thing that I have realized while working with my clients, is that I'm able to replicate that very easily. And we have seen, like, if someone is able to tell that a founder has hired a ghostwriter, then what's the point of a ghostwriter in the first place?
Exactly. Yes. And you've worked across diverse industries from, within your clients and geographies. How do you keep purpose at the center, and their purpose importantly, because you have to shadow them or you have to ghostwrite for them, right? So you are kind of invisible, but you have to imbibe their purpose. How does that happen?
So in the first call, which is called the strategy call with us, what we do is we understand what that person's purpose is. And it's not just that I want to have more followers, I want to have more comments, or I want more leads. It's much deeper than that. So yesterday I was in a call with the founder, and he deals with South Asian mental health. So I was speaking with her, and she told how difficult is it in Dubai for most therapists to understand that. So that is a purpose that she is doing it, and there's a reason for it. So I think it's more about understanding and also asking the right questions to understand the purpose. But as per your question, where you asked like the how do I keep that in place, having to answer that, I think it's more about knowing what you stand for and what your clients stand for, and then going above and beyond to solve that.
And today's day, marketing has become more, I think you quoted this, right? It has become more founder led, at least in the startup space, than brand led, because the brand is a personification of the founder and vice versa in many ways. What are the challenges that you think founders would face in building their brand today?
Today, the easy way that usually a founder takes is we have AI, we have ChatGPT, we have cloud AI. And then why do we need a ghostwriter or a content writer or any personal branding strategist in the first place? But what happens is AI can tell you and give you a structure, how you lead and how you build a strategy around it, and what are the touch points that you're touching on in the content. That becomes super, super crucial. So standing out becomes very difficult when you're sounding the same everywhere, you're using the same templates that people are selling.
True. And the templates usually are models, right? So they are models that can be used by multiple other people.
Exactly.
And they could be somewhere not unique to you. That's kind of a challenge, a bane and a boon in a way, right?
Correct.
But when it comes to one anecdotal campaign or one anecdotal instance or case study, use case in your clients that has really struck a chord with you and you were really proud to have done that, which one is it?
I think I have to answer that without any doubt. Like the one project that I'm currently working with, he's a pediatric neurologist, and he has multiple diverse platforms. He's on YouTube, he's on Instagram, he's on LinkedIn, and he's a doctor as well. So having worked with him and then putting all those things, like he's into leadership, he talks about children, he talks about gene therapy. So that is something that is very close to me because I get to experiment and blend with different aspects of leadership and different purposes that a certain person has. Another project that I can think of is one client that I was working with. He is into B2B. He has a media house and it caters to executives and high profile professionals. So one problem that we have while working with him was I don't want to, sound or be vulnerable or be authentic there because we are dealing with people B2B. And I was like, but at the end of the day, those are the peoples, right? Behind every profile, there's a human being.
Yes.
And they have their own emotions.
Yes. And I think one of the things that you mentioned is without a doubt, this one individual whom you are, who's your client is a doctor. I somehow feel that goes back to your family roots as well because your father is a doctor.
Correct.
Somewhere you feel that there's a comfort there or there's that enlightenment or I know how to help you out with what I have and what he has.
Correctly.
What do you have to say about that?
And honestly, what I feel is it's not that I don't like my academic career that I have. I do have clients on the side that I like to do it as a hustle in telling people and working on their health because I'm a nutritionist. I've completed that even though I've not gotten a license yet. But that is something I enjoy. But again, I don't like to be put into a box. Like, okay, she's a nutritionist. She cannot be a good marketer. So I think I like to have a blend of both worlds.
And being so young and actually ghostwriting for such senior people, how does that contrast come about for you? How can you get in their shoes and how do you feel? Is there something that you deal with or how does that work for you? I'm just very intrigued.
Initially, when I was starting out my journey, I did have that complex. Like everywhere I go, they'll ask what's your age, Suhana? And then I'll be like, I'm 22. And they'll be like, okay. I'm looking for someone who is more mature, someone who understands. But over the years, what I've realized is, and I'm someone who read a lot of books. So I read like 100 books a year. So
Wow.
it's very
2 books a week, that is almost.
yeah. And
Very interesting.
mostly I prefer fictions, but again, when you read a lot of fictions, you know how to imagine, you know how to see
Impersonate.
beyond.
Yes, and you can impersonate different characters. Very interesting.
So that kind of played into what I do. But honestly, if you're good at your skills and you have a lot of clarity and presence of mind, things get a lot easier there.
And what are the challenges you faced in your current business?
Mostly because, as I said, my father is a doctor and I come from business family. Like my uncles and my everyone is into business. But again, I'm a woman there. And coming from a Muslim household, you don't get that much of exposure even if you're coming. Because I have always been taught, score 100%, be great at what you do and get a job. Business was never in the cards. Yeah, it is for the boys in the family, but it's not for the girls. So when I stepped into entrepreneurship, I bought that baggage into I was moving forward. I had some mindset blocks that I had to overcome. And I think it's a part of the process. We're learning and unlearning on things while you grow. And I still think that I have a long way to go.
Yeah, because I think if you have a family that of entrepreneurs and a male-dominated entrepreneurial family, you would have to break through the glass ceiling first in your house. And then you have to break through outside. So definitely you do carry a lot of baggage. And it's interesting that a girl who's so young, like yourself, who's sort of grown up in an environment where probably I haven't, in an environment where media, where communication, where just equality is a norm. It's not fought for. We used to fight for it. But coming from you, it seems like there are certain things that you also need to fight for.
Correct.
Do you think you can call yourself a role model for others in your society and your age? Or do you aspire to be someone who's setting an example?
Yes, I think I have broken so many barriers. Like I'm the first woman in my family to start a business.
Wow.
I'm also the first woman who went ahead and then got married to someone who I wanted to.
Wow.
So I have done a few things. My sister calls me a rebel and I have broken so many barriers there.
Yes.
So I feel that, my cousins and my sister looks up to me. My brother, he really loves me a lot and he says, I want to be like you. But again, I do want to move forward and then be someone who can make the way easier for them in the future.
That's good for the younger generations as well. No, that's really good. And being conscious of that, having that mindset that, yes, I am setting an example so that... But I've just paused now because I'm thinking, is there too much pressure then for you? Are you putting too much pressure on yourself that you shouldn't fail, almost like you have to succeed at what you're doing?
I think, I get too hard on myself sometimes.
Don't you? Yeah.
But again, I know when to step back. And if I want to do...
Suhana, what helps you step back?
So for me, I think knowing when and what exactly is my strength and what I need to learn on is something that really helps me. Like I'm learning Arabic right now.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was speaking to my mother about it and she was like, it's okay. I mean, why do you always find out ways to keep learning? So that kind of helps me to get into the learning mindset. And when I see that, okay, this is not working out, I should try out something else. That's when I sit down and then go back into the spiral and then see what is working and what is not. And then in my mind, I self-analyze. So it's a mind thing.
And how often does that happen?
So I have set few rules for myself. It's like I'll sit down every 15 days to see what is working. Like I have a notebook that I carry everywhere. I don't have it with me now, but I have everything noted down there.
Okay.
So this I'm doing it, what is working. And if it's working, what should I do next? So I maintain everything. So that kind of gives me a clear idea on what is working and what is not.
Coming from a traditional Indian family, what advice would you give to other Indian girls that are planning to explore and go beyond their family's expectations and just want to live their passions and their dreams. Yes, India is a very progressive country now, but there are still family barriers or cultural barriers that women and girls still have to, overcome with challenges. What are the maybe one or two pieces of advice you want to give them?
One advice that I would really want to give the younger generation is don't be apologetic for who you are. Be fearless, stand for what you want in your life, and do not follow a checklist that someone has made for you. But having said that, I would say one trend that I have noticed in women is they will come out of that barrier, they'll launch their own business. But when it comes to confidence, they still don't trust themselves a lot. Like I hire people and I get on a calls who are back in India. So when they're quoting something, they're very less confident. Because that comes from not living up to your parents' expectation or your society's expectation. So that reflects in how much you're quoting and how much you're showing up. Because here what I have realized is you can quote any number you want. And of course, you need to have a solid portfolio and work. But again, you cannot be quoting half the price of the value that bring to the table. I see a lot of people doing that. So while you work on your personal journey, but again, try to upskill and have a strong portfolio and again, build the confidence because your mindset is almost everything in your business.
Very true. So true. Is there one moment in your business, and you've been in business for a little bit of time, quite some time also, that you've told yourself, this is exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing? One moment, one situation that came to you?
Yes. So it doesn't come from my clients, honestly. Like when I'm working with them and I'm getting paid, that is a business. But other than that, what I do is I do a lot of consultation calls for people who are starting out and who want to get into it. So there was this one particular lady, I remember she's from Hyderabad, and I'm very sure when this goes live, she will be watching it. So she got into medical college and then she got married. The husband was not well-to-do and also did not let her pursue her medicine. So she also is a good writer, and we got on a call. She told me, Suhana, I really need to start something of my own and I don't have money to pay. I'm like, it's okay, get on the call. So we get on a call, and now she has started her own coaching.
Okay.
And I follow her, and that was like very life-changing for me. Like if I'm able to make that much of an impact at this age, I think I know this is the reason why I started.
Do you consider age as a barrier for yourself, or as an opportunity to do more and achieve more?
I think I see it as a more opportunity, because now with Gen Zs and Gen X coming to the market, I think the founders and executives and whoever I work with, they need a different perspective. And being so close to that particular generation, I think we know what works and what doesn't. So it works as an opportunity for us in most cases.
That's beautiful. Finally, last question for me. What does Driven by Purpose stand for you?
For me, it's aligning with people who are working towards the same direction. Like in the last meet that we had, I kind of got to know so much about people and what is driving them. So when you have a nice community around you, it kind of helps you to work more and do better. So I think it's that push that I think that's what it means for me to be surrounded by such amazing women.
Thank you. What does It's Her Way? What you just mentioned, you are actually a newbie to the community. Correct. How has that experience been till now?
It's good. I really enjoyed it, and so many women in the group, as I said, and there's so many businesses. So I think it's nice to be part of a women's group where everyone is working towards their own dream, and it kind of, as I said, it motivates you a lot to do better. So I like how we uplift each other in the journey.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you so much for doing this, Suhana. Really lovely chatting with you.
I enjoyed it.
Thanks.